Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this beautiful Sunday morning. I have got a really cool new ProTrek watch for you today. This is the biomass watch. This is the first time that Casio has ever used biomass plastics in any of their watches. And this is the first watch that they're doing that with. This is model number PRW-61-1A. And guys, if you can make watches out of renewable materials, why not do it? Let's check it out. All right, guys, we'll get into this as usual, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. Now, Casio is not only making the watch out of renewable materials, this new ProTrek packaging is also all renewable materials. You can kind of, feel the difference in the paper. Obviously, it's not a box. It's not one of those like pressed wood boxes that you normally get with a ProTrek watch. It's just like a soft type of box made out of renewable paper. So it's kind of cool looking. And it feels really soft too, by the way. So let me go ahead and take the outer sleeve off. Again, here is the renewable paper box. And if you look underneath, here is your first look at the watch, by the way. There you go. First look at the watch. And underneath here, you get like this, I guess, cotton, some sort of material. I'm not sure if this is cotton or not, or some sort of canvas. Anyway, it's some sort of bag that you put the watch in when it's obviously, when they're shipping it out to people. It's not plastic. There's no plastic in here at all. So they're really taking this sustainability thing seriously over there at ProTrek. So pretty cool. All right. It feels like like a canvas bag or something. I'm not quite sure what this is made out of. Anyway, so there is that. Here is the module 5673 manual. Of course, you got your atomic timekeeping, a little pamphlet. This is like a little quick guide. What if your watch stops working type of thing. Here is the warranty card right there. So there's all the paperwork there. Here is the mystery bag made out of, I'm not sure what type of material. Pretty nice though. All right, put all this stuff back. Let's get to the watch. Now, I'm not one of those eco nuts. Now, if I can find ways to use sustainable materials in my everyday life and recycle, I'll do it. I'm not gonna go crazy about it, but it's really cool that Casio is making a watch. I mean, the case, the strap, and the Caseback are all made out of this new biomass plastic, which is a combination of resin and renewable plastics, which is really cool, man. Again, I'm not one of those fanatics about it, but I definitely am not opposed to it If you can, reuse stuff, I mean, especially, plastics and aluminum and stuff like that, obviously you want to do it, because we only have one Earth. We gotta keep her in good shape. All right, so let's put all this stuff back. And I'm guessing maybe this particular packaging is only for this biomass watch. I'm not sure if ProTrek is going to do this type of packaging for all of their, future ProTrek watches that are coming out. They might, you never know. All right, so there is a first look at the watch, and I'm going to compare this to my 60T right here, which is about 4 years old. They're almost identical, obviously, other than the materials used to make them, but the modules are almost identical. The dimensions of the watches are, again, almost identical. Just two different takes on a very, very popular ProTrek watch. I love both of these things. I love my original all titanium. I take that back. The strap is titanium. The case is actually some sort of resin. The bezel is stainless steel. The case is resin, but the strap is all titanium. And this one obviously is all resin. So basically you're going to kind of see the, kind of, how the watch has grown up over the last 4 years from this to this. And there are, quite a few different changes. So anyway, we'll talk more about this one a little bit later. So let's go ahead and tell you all the basic specs you need to know about this new 61. It's a 47 millimeter resin and biomass plastic case. It's 14.7 millimeters thick. It's 51 millimeters lug to lug. You come on a 22 millimeter resin biomass plastic strap. Water resistance is only 100 meters, which is 330 feet. You get the 5673 movement with about a 6-month power reserve. 25 months if you just take this watch, put it in a drawer and forget about it. So it'll go about 2 years on its power save mode. If you just put it in a drawer, shut the drawer, forget about it. The battery will last about 2 years. You open the drawer back up, pop it out, it'll kind of spring back to life. But normally it's 6 months on a normal charge. You do get a mineral crystal, unfortunately not a sapphire. And if you want to check out all the other specs, and there are a ton of them with these, particular type of ProTrek watches, they have, obviously atomic timekeeping, they're solar powered. They got thermometers, barometers, altimeters, all sorts of stuff in here, compass. These watches are jam-packed with features. So if you want to check out all of those features, make sure you check out the description field, and I'll put everything that this watch can do down there. I'm going to go over some of the basic functions for you because I basically reviewed one of these a few years ago. Again, this one and the 60 are almost identical. There are different module numbers, and that's really, I think, only because of the type of backlight they're using. But its functionality for both of these watches, guys, is literally identical. Again, it's just materials they're using. This one uses 2 full LED backlights. The 60 uses a ultraviolet backlight and a white LED. I take that back. It uses an ultraviolet backlight and then a regular backlight to illuminate the LCD segment. This uses 2 white LEDs to illuminate everything. And this is so bright, you could actually read by it. I mean, you could, pop a book out. If you can make the light last long enough, you could definitely read by the light on this thing. It is that bright. Really, really cool watch, man. So speaking of that, the differences are this one, they have made the indexes, they are made of that luminous, like that NeoBrite material that Casio uses. So the entire index is actually made from that luminous material. Again, they're using 2 white LEDs instead of an ultraviolet and a regular for the other model. Again, obviously the materials are different. You're looking at, biomass plastic for the case, biomass plastic for the strap and for the Caseback. And these have those quick release straps, whereas the other version uses the old regular spring bars. I can't get this thing open. There we go. So there is the case for this thing. And these are made in Japan, by the way. The other one is made, it's got a Japanese movement, but it's cased in Thailand. But this one's actually made in Japan. And the Caseback, again, is made of that same material that the rest of the watch is made of, as well as the strap. And guys, these straps are crazy soft. They feel fantastic. Man, they're really, really soft. They remind me of those new Seiko straps those, I guess, I don't know if they're not neoprene. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're rubber, whatever, the silicone. They're incredibly soft. These are incredibly soft as well. I don't know if that's a byproduct of them using that biomass plastic and resin combination. I don't know what it is. Whatever they're doing, fantastic job. Incredibly soft. You've got some holes here, so you can really get a nice, precise fit. Each one of these holes is drilled about 5 millimeters apart, so you can get a really nice custom fit on these straps. I mean, I love them. I love this watch. I like to see what they have done. You know, Casio is one of those companies, they're kind of like Mercedes or BMW. They'll take a good product, they'll keep honing it, refining it, and improving it year after year after year. They won't make drastic changes to the appearance of the watch. As you can see, these watches are 4 years apart. But look, I mean, basically the same identical case size, you know, measurements, all that stuff. They've just taken this one and then made this one basically a mirror image of this one, but this one's made out of all different materials. They don't have that neon illuminator like this one does. This is basically more of a dress watch. It really is meant to be, you know, it's dressier. It's got the aluminum bezel, you know, it's polished. It's meant to be more of a dress version of the other watch over there. And, you know, again, this is not as bright as that one, but I like this one because it's made out of titanium. It's dressier. Obviously, they're both tough as nails. They're going to last you forever. They're solar powered. They're atomic. You set it, forget it. Never have to worry about either one of these. They both have screw down crowns. They're water resistant to 100 meters. Again, the specs, guys, are identical, except for they do have different movements inside, different materials. And this one, I'm going to show you a lume shot for both of these here in a second. And I think you're going to be really shocked about how bright the other one is. This one's, you know, it's bright enough. It basically illuminates the LCD segment and the hands, which is, you know, all you technically need. There is NeoBrite on all the indexes, but this one, good God almighty. This thing, it's like a damn lighthouse, man. That's what I ought to name this thing, the Lighthouse. All right, that is its new nickname. This is going to be called the Lighthouse. When you see how bright this watch is, you're going to be shocked. So what else I want to tell you about this thing, man? I mean, it's not too much to go over. And if you want, again, a full review, check out my full review of this one. I'll put that link in the description field for you. I will go over some basic features real quick. So here's your mode button down here. Click on your mode. There's your barometer. There's your temperature, 72. And remember, if you're wearing this watch, the temperature can be off by as much as 20 degrees. So to get an accurate temperature, you really do need to take these watches off, which kind of defeats the purpose of wearing the watch. But anyway, there's the temperature, and this also can be displayed in Celsius or Fahrenheit, by the way. Recall, this is for, I guess, you know, tracking times or some sort of, you know, tracking your temperature or your barometric pressure, something like that. I'm not quite sure what those do. Stopwatch, there's your stopwatch function. Some people get pissed off if I don't demonstrate stopwatch. There's a stopwatch. There you go. Reset it. There's your timer. I think this can go up to 24 hours, I believe. I've got it currently set for just 10 minutes. Alarm, you've got one of 5 alarms. There you go. Of course, you have your signal. Let me turn the signal on. There we go. You press in the upper left-hand corner. But for most of the other functions, you do have to pull out the crown to actually make any adjustments, which I like because you can't make any mistakes, which I really like. Let's go ahead and screw it back in. All right, there we go. World time, I've got it set for, I think it's set for London, I believe, which is about, what, 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. Receive, so it looks like it last received the radio signal. It automatically receives it around 2 o'clock in the morning. It last received it on April 19th. So I have to set it in the window and see if I can get it to receive that signal the next couple of days. And then there's your time mode. Now, if you notice, if you press and hold, it'll show you medium. It says M right there, so that means the battery's on medium. If you see an H, obviously it's, you know, the battery's topped off. If you see an L, that means the battery's low, so you want to, you know, you're going to want to charge this in some sunlight. You know, 24 hours of direct sunlight will basically charge this thing up to its full battery capacity. You obviously don't want to leave it in a hot place, not on a dashboard of your car, not in a, you know, window that's going to get hot. But direct sunlight, you know, just wear this out one day and you know, on a nice sunny day, and that'll basically charge it up for its entire 6-month power reserve. And again, you put this in a drawer, you're going to be good for about 2 years if you just put it in the drawer and shut the drawer. So guys, it's really about it with this one. Let me show you, there's some direct buttons here. Let me show you those. I think this is the direct, what is this, barometer? Oh, this is your compass button right there. Obviously you move, the second hand displays your direction. There you go. Press it again. Now you go back to, it actually resets it, so press the mode button over here. Now you go back to your time. I think this is either altimeter or barometer. Altimeter. So we're 186, looks like meters above sea level. Is that right? That might be about right. Let me see, that might be about right. You can also change this, I think, to feet as well. You can get, was it imperial? You can get imperial or standard measurements, you know, centigrade, Fahrenheit, inches, centimeters, kilometers, miles, yada, yada, yada. You can set this up the way you want it. So, guys, I think it's a fantastic watch. Let me go ahead and try it on real quick. Man, I like this thing a lot, man. I really do. I don't think it's an upgrade over my my beloved 60 right here. I don't think it's an upgrade. I just think it's a different watch. Again, the module is almost identical. But let me show you the difference in Lume, okay? Here's what we've all been waiting for. Let me go ahead and kill the studio light. All right, here we go. Let me kill the monitor. All right, here we go. This thing's crazy bright, man. Crazy bright. They both have the auto function. In fact, let me go ahead and go back into time mode. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and zap both of them. So there's that one. So you can see it illuminates the hands and the backlit LCD. This one illuminates the dial, the hands, everything. The LCD segment, it's just super, super bright. So maybe not the best watch if you were, you know, if you're in the military and you need to be stealthy. I wouldn't recommend this one. This one I would. This one's more subdued. It's not quite as bright. You can definitely see the time. You can see the, you know, the backlit LCD segment. You can still see the hands fine, but it's not as bright. But if you don't care about brightness and you like something that's super bright, man, this thing is crazy bright. Again, they both got the auto right there. So you just tilt them. I think it's, what, 15 degrees? You tilt them. They both turn on. There you go. God, look how bright that thing is. I mean, it's like shining a light onto the desk. Good Lord, man. Look at that, guys. Really cool. Really, really cool. So, guys, I like both of them. Obviously, you know what? I still kind of prefer my old one, man. I have to admit. I just like that it's just a little bit dressier. I like the feel of the titanium. It just feels a little more substantial to me. But they're both, you know, this whole line, the 60 line from ProTrek, they're just fantastic watches. You get everything you need. Again, solar power. You get atomic, so you never have to worry about setting these things. They're waterproof enough where, again, you're not going to have to worry about it. You can take a shower with it. You can go swimming with it. You don't have to worry about that. You know, you get all the different other features. You might not ever use the barometer or the altimeter or the compass or the thermometer. You might not use any of those. But, you know, say you're stranded, something happens, you might need it. You never know. But I just love this line from ProTrek. I've always loved these watches. And the fact that they went ahead and made a, you know, sustainable version right here to kind of, you know, stick with the times. It's incredibly comfortable, incredibly functional. So guys, I really can't recommend this one highly enough. Either one of them. This one is out of production. If you can find one of these, this is going to run you about $500. These are about $250. Again, you're going to be paying for a lot of the titanium with this one. And this one, I'm sorry, this one's about $280 right now. I think the list on it's $420 on Casio's website, but you can get them on Amazon for about $280. So anyway, guys, what else I want to tell you about this? You know, again, if you want to get one of these, I'll put a link in the description field so you can head on over to my Amazon site and pick one up if you like. They do have a couple different colorways. They have a green and I think they had like an olive drab green, and I think they have a black model as well. So you have a couple different models of these new biomass plastic Protrex. So head on over to my website, pick one up if you like it. As usual, always make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell. It definitely helps with the algorithm, and I would personally really appreciate it. And guys, that's about it. Until the next review, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.